Hey there, day 31 of the 100-day video challenge. Today I found it quite difficult to work out what I was going to talk about because I'm sharing a lot of information in my Facebook groups and with clients and in my other groups that I run online. So I'm churning over, if you want to call it churning over information so quickly that I was kind of stuck, if we can call stuck a word, because we are never actually stuck. We always have choices. But what's then come into my awareness is it's a universal process that we can all use to be able to achieve anything, be able to connect to ourselves and to connect to others, to be able to get clarity around things, to be able to attract to us what we wish. And it's one of the biggest universal tools that we have as humans on this planet. The conversation stems more around our purpose for being here, which is that we are souls in a body on a planet. So while we are these souls in a body on a planet, we need to then honor the fact that we are on a planet in a human body, and that we need to honor the fact that we are human. I mean, it's called humanity, right? So if we are souls on a planet in a body, our purpose for being here is to experience being human. Now, one of the biggest experiences or biggest part of this experience being a human is emotion. Now, if you look around you and what you see, what's happening in the world right now, I think you could pretty much clearly see and agree with me that we haven't got this emotion thing down pat. That's what I'm seeing. And everything that I see happening in the world right now that is bad, because again, there's no such thing as good or bad. It all stems from emotion gone crazy. Emotion is such an important part of this human life, and yet it's something that we push away, we push down. We're told not to acknowledge it, to not to deal with it, and at the end of the day, that turns us against our purpose for being here, which is to experience life in a body as a human. And the biggest part of this experience is emotion. So we need to start embracing our emotions. Our emotions are one of the reasons why we're here. It's also one of the reasons why there are a lot of incarnations at the moment. By that I mean a lot of children who are coming through. And adults, young adults that I'm experiencing and connecting to in my work that have never had an earthly incarnation as a human before, and they are struggling with how to deal with emotions, because Earth is the only place that emotion does actually exist. And so if you're a spirit or a soul in a body having an earthly experience as a human, you wanted to experience emotion. You've chosen this path of experiencing emotion. So I'm going to share one of the biggest concepts with you as to how you can, it's very basic, of how you can start to love and appreciate your emotions as a human on this planet and as a soul in the human body wanting to experience emotions, to then be able to, I don't want to say master it, I don't even want to say to fix it, I actually just want to say to manage the process of having emotions. Being able to feel the emotion, because that's why we're here. Be able to experience it for what it is, but then to use it as a human on this planet. The way you can use your emotions as a human here is to acknowledge it as soon as it comes up. Now, a lot of us have concepts around emotions, and that concept is that our emotions are bad. Think about all the emotions that we hide from. There's pain, sadness, anger, frustration, the list goes on. So if we have been taught that half of our emotions are called negative emotions and that they're bad, we tend to start to shy away from them, and we're told only focus on the positive. The thing is that the negative emotions still exist. Now, each time you push a negative emotion down, it changes into something else. So anger turns into fury, sadness turns into depression, frustration turns into rage. Can you see, by pushing down and not acknowledging our emotions and not dealing with them, that they are detrimental to our humanity? It's not just our health. It's not just our purpose or our life here. It's detrimental to the planet, because this is where we're out of balance, and we really need to bring this balance back. So the first thing that we can do around our emotion is acknowledge it when it comes up. Now, you'll know when it comes up because you'll feel bad. As soon as that comes up, I want you to ask yourself, what emotion is this? Is it fear? Is it sadness? Is it anger? And as soon as that comes up, what I want you to do is I want you to go into being the ultimate observer. I want you to observe your emotion. And when the emotion comes up, say, hi, emotion, whatever emotion you are. And you ask yourself, what are you telling me about myself? What are you telling me about myself? That's the only question you need to ask. What is this emotion telling me about myself? As soon as you ask that question, you will be given an answer, which comes through as a thought that pops into your head. That is your body, that is your soul, that is the universe talking to you and giving you the answer as to what that emotion is meant to show you. Now, what happens when you go into being the ultimate observer and you connect to the emotion and you ask it what it's there to show you, what it actually is then doing is it's then helping you to step into what I call emotional mastery or spiritual mastery. Finding out what that emotion is there to tell you, as soon as you go into being the ultimate observer, you'll then find that the emotion starts to calm down. It starts to move away. It starts to go, because the emotion was only meant to be the alarm bell to telling you that there's something you need to know about yourself. So you can imagine there's all these messages and signs from ourselves and from the universe coming through as emotion, and we've been pushing it away and not listening. And then it changes the emotion into detrimental experiences. When we're feeling the emotion now, let's play with it and be the ultimate observer. Thank you, emotion, for coming up. Thank you, alarm. Thank you, alarm bell. And you can also maybe do a random, visualization around the emotion coming up. It's the alarm bell. You can put the alarm bell on snooze, or you can even turn it off and go, thanks for that. And then you can say, what are you here to tell me about myself? You will then find that you're going to go on an inner journey within yourself for you to find out more about what you need to know about your path, about what's going on inside of you. Now, the thing is that what causes the emotion is also part of this story. So, law of attraction, there will be people, experiences, things that will come into your awareness, your energy, things that you will notice. And these things are simply in alignment with who you are inside. Pretend you're like a magnet inside. You've got a magnet inside. So anything that comes into your awareness, and it can be anything, could be a song, a movie, person, a word, conversation, even an accident or an illness or whatever comes into your awareness, it's always telling you something about yourself and showing you something inside. The emotion is the alarm bell to say, wake up, you need to know about this. So whenever you are triggered, which is called triggered, trigger is the alarm bell. Whenever you're triggered and you find emotions coming up, I urge you, you do not need to push that down and try and move on. Because when you allow yourself to bring it up and to feel it, and then go into, I am the ultimate observer, and I'm going to observe what this emotion is here to tell me. When you do that, you then have a level of spiritual mastery where you are going deeper within yourself to know more about what you need to know. And you simply ask that question, what is it that this emotion is showing me? What is it telling me about myself? And as soon as you go into that process, then you will find out so much more about what the emotion is showing you. The emotion will fall away. You'll never have to deal with it in that instance again. And that's how we completely let go of our emotions and we don't have them bottled up. What's happening out there is that where we are, we're humans, right? So we are dealing with stuff. We need to deal with these emotions as soon as they come up. We need to deal with them right away. And we need to deal with them in a safe environment and a safe way. And that's what I am setting up as part of my work, is safe environments for processing these emotions as they happen. But when these things come up, we need to deal with them straight away. We can't push them down and move on, because they are such a big part of our journey that if we ignore them, we're missing the point. We're so missing the point of us being here. They are showing you so much about your purpose of being here, so much about the world, so much about your choices and what you went to experience here. They are the key. The emotions are the key to everything. So I'm urging you, be the ultimate observer. Go within and find out what these emotions are showing you about. And as soon as you acknowledge them, you watch them start to change and move away, rather than tripling or quadrupling into an unhealthy emotion, which then is harder to get rid of. So be the ultimate observer and you'll start seeing things change so quickly. Thanks for listening.